Introduction. In organic chemistry, the nomenclature of carbon compounds is crucial for accurately describing and identifying different molecules. Carbon compounds can have various functional groups, including halogens, alcohols, ketones, aldehydes, alkanes, and alkynes. Understanding the naming system for these compounds and their functional groups is essential for effectively communicating and studying organic chemistry. Halogens. Halogens are a group of elements that include fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. When halogens are attached to a carbon in a carbon compound, they are named as substituents using the prefixes fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo, and astat, respectively. For example, a compound with a bromine atom attached to a carbon would be named as bromo followed by the name of the parent hydrocarbon. Alcohols. Alcohols are organic compounds that contain a hydroxyl O functional group attached to a carbon. The nomenclature of alcohols follows a systematic approach. The longest carbon chain containing the hydroxyl group is considered as the parent chain, and the ol suffix is added to the parent hydrocarbon name. For example, ethanol is the name of an alcohol with 2 carbon atoms. Ketones. Ketones are organic compounds that contain a carbonyl group, C=O, attached to 2 alkyl or aryl groups. The nomenclature of ketones involves identifying the parent hydrocarbon chain and using the suffix 1. The ketone group is assigned the lowest possible number in the parent hydrocarbon. For example, a compound with a 3-carbon chain and a ketone group in the middle would be named as propanone. Aldehydes. Aldehydes are organic compounds that contain a carbonyl group, C=O, attached to at least 1 hydrogen atom and 1 alkyl or aryl group. The nomenclature of aldehydes follows a similar approach as ketones, where the parent hydrocarbon chain is identified, and the suffix -al is added. The aldehyde group is assigned the lowest possible number in the parent hydrocarbon. For example, a compound with a 4-carbon chain and an aldehyde group at the beginning would be named as butanol. Alkanes. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons that contain only single bonds between carbon atoms. The nomenclature of alkanes involves identifying the number of carbon atoms in the chain and using the appropriate prefix, met, etu, prop, but, etc., and the suffix ane. For example, a compound with 5 carbon atoms in a chain would be named as pentane. Alkanes. Alkanes are hydrocarbons that contain at least 1 triple bond between carbon atoms. The naming of alkanes follows a similar pattern as alkanes, where the parent hydrocarbon chain is identified, and the appropriate prefix, ethene, propan, butane, etc., and the suffix -ine are used. For example, a compound with 3 carbon atoms and a triple bond between the first and second carbons would be named as propyne. Conclusion. Understanding the nomenclature of carbon compounds containing functional groups is essential for accurately describing and identifying various organic molecules. The systematic naming system allows chemists to communicate and study these compounds effectively. By recognizing the specific functional groups, such as halogens, alcohols, ketones, aldehydes, alkanes, and alkynes, we can describe the structure and composition of carbon compounds with precision. This knowledge serves as a foundation for further exploration and research in the field of organic chemistry.